Class 10 Springfielders. In the previous class, we have started Lesson 1 India's Relief Feature and we have done Location of India, Geological Background, Major Relief Division, the Himalayas and the importance of Himalayas. Today we will be doing the Indo-Gangetic Plain, the Peninsula Plateau, difference between Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau, difference between Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. Let us first start with the Indo-Gangetic Plain. The Indo-Gangetic Plain, which is to the south of Himalayas or between Himalayas and the Peninsula Plateau. This Indo-Gangetic Plain is broadly divided into western part, central part and eastern part. This Indo-Gangetic Plain is an interaction of the three Himalayan rivers Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers and their tributaries result in the formation of the Great Northern Plain. The Indo-Gangetic Plain broadly consists of three divisions: the western part, the central part and the eastern part, as you can see in the map. 1. The western part was formed by the Indus and its tributaries, the Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Beans and the Satluj flowing from the Himalayas. As you can see in the first map as well as in the second map, the rivers been located. The Indus River, the Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Beans and the Satluj. Most of the Indus River basin is located in Pakistan, leaving minor portion of Punjab and Haryana plain in India. The fertile plain between two rivers is called Doab. The second part, the central part is known as the Ganga plain. It extends from the river Gangar to Tisit. This part is mainly spread in the state of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and partly in Haryana, Jharkhand and West Bengal. Observe the map carefully and see the tributaries of Ganga. The tributaries of river Ganga are Yamuna, Son, Kosi, Gomti, Gagar and Gandak. Now the third part, the eastern part. The eastern part of the plain exists mostly in the Brahmaputra valley of Assam, and the river Brahmaputra is mainly responsible for its formation. Do you know what is Brahmaputra river named as? No? Yes, I will say. Brahmaputra is called as the river of sorrow, as there are floods which cause destruction to human life and property. That's why it is called as the river of sorrow. Now let us see some important terms. Bhabar, the Himalayan river which flows down, deposit gravel and pebbles, sediments in a narrow belt of 8 to 16 kilometers width, found parallel to foothills of Sivalik. This feature is known as Bhabar. Bhabar is porous in nature. Terai, small rivers and stream flows underground through Bhabar and reappear in lower areas and form a swampy and marshy region called Terai. The Peninsula Plateau. Do you know why is it called Peninsula Plateau? Yes, it is called Peninsula Plateau as to the south it is peninsula covered three sides covered by water and it is a tableland. Therefore, it is called as Peninsula Plateau. The Indian Plateau is also known as the Peninsula Plateau as it is surrounded by the sea on three sides. It is mainly composed of the old crystalline, hard, igneous, and metamorphic rock. The topography of the plateau is slightly tilted towards east and the western and eastern Ghats form the western and eastern edges. The southernmost tip of plateau is Kanyakumari. The Peninsula Plateau consists of two broad divisions, namely the Central Highland Malwa Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. As you can see in the second map, the Central Highland and Deccan Plateau. Now let us see the difference between Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau. Malwa Plateau, Deccan Plateau. The first point of Malwa Plateau, it is bounded by Aravalis on the north, west and Vindhyas in the south. Deccan Plateau, first point, it is bounded by Satpura range on the north and Western Ghats on west and Eastern Ghats on the east. Second point of Malwa Plateau, deeply worn down and erode of Aravali range. Second point of Deccan Plateau, elevated tableland formed due to volcanic eruption. Third point, Malwa Plateau, highest point is Guru Sikhar in the Abu Hills. Third point of Deccan Plateau, highest point is Mahadev Hills near Pachmari in Satpura range. Fourth point, Malwa Plateau, extension of Malwa Plateau is Bundelkhand and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Fourth point, Deccan Plateau. Other parts of Deccan Plateau are the Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. Now let us see the difference between Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats. First point of Western Ghats. It begins in the Khandesh south of Tapti Valley and runs parallel to Kanyakumari. Eastern Ghats run from Chota Nagpur Plateau on the north to Nilgiris to the south. Second point, Western Ghat. It is also known as Sahyadri Range. Eastern Ghats, second point, it is also called as Eastern Hills or Northern Hills and Tamil Nadu Hills in the south. Third point, Western Ghats. It is a continuous chain of hills running from north to south. Third point, Eastern Ghats. Between Godavari and Krishna river, the Ghats disappear and appear south of Krishna. Fourth point, Western Ghats. There are gaps like Palghat, Talghat and Borghat. Eastern Ghats. Fourth point, hills like Nalamala, Vedikonda and Palakondas are there. Fifth point, Western Ghats. Highest peak is Dodapeta near Ottakaman, Nilgiri. Eastern Ghats, fifth point, highest peak is Aramakonda found at Chintalapalli in Andhra Pradesh. Sixth point, Western Ghats, Peninsula rivers originate from the Western Ghats. Sixth point, Eastern Ghats, rivers that originate in the Western Ghats cut across the plateau and joins the Bay of Bengal. Time for recapitulation. Let us do the recapitulation with the map pointing. So, first one, locate the following places on an outline map of India. 1. Kanyakumari, 2. Malwa Plateau, 3. Deccan Plateau, 4. Nilgiris, 5. Ooty. Second one, locate the following on an outline map of India. 1. Annamalai Hills, 2. Mount Abu, 3. River Ganga, 4. River Godavari, 6. River Narmada. Meet you in the next section with the continuation of the lesson 1. Thank you. Have a nice day. I am Mrs. Sohail Sultana, Social Studies teacher.